down there.
He is going down there. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, November 24th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael LaRosa Adelle Caballero is watching our roads and rails very busy on a busy travel week. Storm Reporter's LaRosa here with today's forecast.
Well, thankfully, the weather for now, anyway, is not busy, right?
Good.
That's good. We'll take it. Dry roadways. That's the case across the region. Not just dry, but so beautiful and clear. Look at that, crystal clear as we look from Point Pleasant Beach. You have it all to yourself this morning. We have temperatures in the 40s and a few patchy clouds out there, but that's it. 32 in Sussex. We're down to 44 in the city and Poughkeepsie, as well as Islip, Freehold at 41 degrees. We are looking off to the west, though, for that bigger storm system. This one going to impact travel through the central U.S. today and the next few days, and that will bring us some showers by tomorrow. But otherwise, yeah, we've got clear skies right now over Staten Island. A few brake lights, too, so we'll check in with Adele in a sec. By 1 o'clock, 50 degrees, headed up to 52. Dry and clear through 4 p.m. and just a few clouds heading into overnight. By 10 o'clock, still in the low 40s. All right, 6:01. A few brake lights to say the least. Adele, what's the latest?
Yes, to say the least. And those delays were on the Staten Island Expressway eastbound into the Verrazano Bridge. One area you're going to need some extra time. Another area would be the Sawmill River Parkway southbound. Now, it was completely shut down right before I ran out here. I saw that they reopened one lane, so that should help alleviate some of the delays through the area there. Heading a little further down, though, Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway northbound, the off-ramp is still blocked because of an overturned car into exit 14 for Jericho Turnpike, and BQE eastbound by the RFK Bridge still seeing one lane closed off because of an earlier car fire. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. So this week,
There's a good chance.
It's a team. It's not just messy. All right. But looking beautiful out there right now. Definitely not messy. Clear skies. And today up to about 52 degrees. But I am tracking the showers, updating the timing on that. And a look ahead at the post-holiday travel weather, too, coming up in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also ahead, a call.
Right out to the rails, NRD and Staten Island Railway. You can expect to see delays coming up in a few minutes. We've got an update for you on that closure in Westchester. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the BQE. Still seeing one lane closed off eastbound by the RFK Bridge for police department activity. You're watching Today in New York.
Right now, we're looking at the weather with LaRosa on a Monday morning.
Yeah, looking pretty out there. We have the clear skies and kind of getting that first early glow and just beautiful. The city looks so nice right now. We have 616 and temperature-wise 44 degrees there at Central Park and a light west wind. We are tracking some rainfall, and this week we're going to end up with anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch of rainfall. Most of this coming by late tomorrow and into the day on Wednesday. I'm going to show you the timing on that. But in the meantime, today, enjoy mostly sunny skies and temperatures that are just a little bit warmer. We've got 52 degrees, fairly close to average for this time of year, 49 in Poughkeepsie, 51 in Islip and Clinton. But yes, the timing of the showers, we see the clouds first. That's the case for tomorrow morning and the travel period at that point. And then you see by the afternoon, shower chances increasing with some of that steadier rain, maybe some of that heavier at times, heading into the late evening, early overnight hours. So again, if you're hitting the road at that point, that's where it could be most impactful. But we still see some stragglers, a few showers remaining into the day on Wednesday. But the bigger impact from this system, I think, will be the gusty winds and the crash of temperatures. Yes, we can call it a crash. By 1 o'clock on Wednesday, we'll be near 60 degrees, but then the cold air starts to pour in, so much so that by 8:30, about the time the parade is going to be stepping off, we have temperatures near 40 degrees, but wind chills in the 20s and the 30s. So if you're going to be out there as a spectator, you definitely want to bundle up. And of course, we'll keep an eye on how that wind component could affect the balloons themselves. And then beyond that, yes, winds are still an issue in the Northeast, and we're talking about lake effect snow. So for travel impact here, we're talking about the I-90 corridor. But this next system, wintry in through the northern plains, will be moving across the country. So by the weekend, could be affecting some of the bigger airports from Chicago to Atlanta. Today, though, nice and dry and clear. We've got 52 degrees. Enjoy that sunshine. Clouds move in late tonight, down to 41, but it's dry to start the day off tomorrow. Showers moving in by the afternoon, a little steadier towards the late evening overnight, out by late Wednesday. So Thursday and Friday, Black Friday looking good, just chilly and windy, but we stay dry here Saturday and Sunday. Next week looks a little more unsettled, but temperatures bounce back into the 50s. All right, 6:18 now. So many slowdowns out there, Adele.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. Really, this whole week is expected to be busy for travel, of course. If you are making your way into New Jersey, we have this crash here, Route 4 eastbound by Jones Road. You've got one lane closed off, very heavy delays through the area. Obviously, obviously this is going to impact if you are planning to make your way into the George Washington Bridge or into the Turnpike there. So definitely going to need to give yourself some extra time. Heading a little further north, Sawmill River Parkway southbound, no longer completely shut down, but you do still see one lane closed off by exit 29 for Manville Road because of lingering police department activity. We continue to watch this crash. Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway northbound, the off ramp to exit 14 for Jericho Turnpike, and the BQE eastbound still seeing police activity because of an earlier car fire over by the RFK Bridge. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. It's 6:19.
It sure is.
New York. Good morning, everybody. 6:30 a.m. Not doing it in all the sports. 6:30 a.m. right now on this Monday, November 24th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is watching some backups now on Long Island. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa has the forecast.
Yeah, easing into this busy travel week with good weather, at least here, as you see with the sun coming up and brightening that sky, and looks good on the Brooklyn Bridge out there right now. And if you are just waking up and ready to head out, we're about 5, almost 20 degrees in some spots, warmer than we were this time yesterday. Yesterday was pretty cold. We've moderated a little bit, thanks to some patchy clouds too. We've got 44 at Central Park, Newark. You're down to 43, 44 in Poughkeepsie and Islip, Massapequa now at 42, but you're getting a glimpse of that. A lot of sunshine ahead for us. By 11 a.m., 48 degrees. We're headed up to about 52. We'll see 50 degrees by 3 p.m. A few more clouds by the overnight, but still dry skies. And temperature-wise, we'll be dipping back down into the low 40s, but it does remain dry through tomorrow morning. All right, let's talk about this morning, though. At 6:31, so many slowdowns, Adele.
Yes, we've got a lot going on this morning. This whole week is expected to be very busy, actually. Let's start things off here first on Long Island. We've got Chopper 4 Live giving us a closer look onto this overturned truck here on the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway, northbound by exit 14, heading into Jericho Turnpike. The off-ramp is completely shut down. You can see plenty of police department activity through the area, so clearly an area you're going to want to avoid. Another area to avoid right now is the BQE eastbound by the RFK Bridge. You've got one lane closed off here because of an earlier car fire. Tow truck has been on the scene, so hopefully this could wrap up shortly, but you are definitely going to need some extra time through the area. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thanks so much, Adele. 6:30. You wearing Gotham blue?
I am wearing Gotham
Very
blue.
Nice.
True fan.
All right, here we go.
Well, we were talking about the note for maybe an excuse today, but if the kids have to go to school, we do have dry conditions. It's a little cool out there with temperatures in the low 40s at the bus stop. Looks like recess outside as they count down to the holiday break. Of course, tomorrow, though, a different story, at least getting off the school bus for tomorrow afternoon. Break down the timing of this next bout of rain in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. And still ahead, will we see snow?
On to the BQE eastbound side by the RFK Bridge. Still seeing a lane closed off here because of an earlier car fire. We're going to head outside right now to take a closer look onto that. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know how bad the delays are looking. You're watching Today in New York.
Welcome back. 6:44. It's Monday morning, 44 degrees out here in the city. And this morning, we're getting a look at what's in store for the tri-state this winter.
From those dig-out days to the sunshine to everything in between, Storm Team 4 has you covered. Here's meteorologist Maria LaRosa with what you can expect.
From snow to sleet, rain to sun, winter in the tri-state can be a roller coaster. Last winter, it felt like a never-ending plunge.
Into tomorrow morning, temperatures close to freezing.
It's going to be a rough stretch of cold that we're dealing with. A very cold morning ahead of us.
Indeed, we shivered through 64 days below freezing, twice as many as the previous 2 years, with the average temperature nearly 35 degrees. The snow story wasn't much better.
The city's snowiest season on record was the winter of 1995 and 1996. Over 75 inches of snow fell. A normal winter produces about 30 inches of snow. Our last 3 winters have been dismal. In fact, the winter of 2022 and 2023 delivered a teeny tiny 2.3 inches of snow, a record low for the city.
It's
Maria, so it's fascinating. So again, you think that the snow totals will be under what we average.
Okay, so we pick Central Park as kind of the base of what we're talking about. So yeah, at Central Park, we're always on that I-95 rain snow line with Central Park. North and West faring a little bit better for a snowier season, but it's all about where the cold and the moisture can come together, and we have that short 3-month period really where we can kind of pile
So many variables that you guys look at, though.
And there's about 10 miles of atmosphere above us, so there's a lot to model.
That's right. That's
That was It's fascinating.
That's right. But as we mentioned in the package, short term, we have a better grip on what's to come.
Yeah.
So I do have that for you. I know my snow lovers out there, it has been an early start to a great ski season in parts of New England. This is a look at the next 10 days. And you can see kind of where the bulk of the snow is going to be, the storm tracks too, favoring the northern tier, even kind of brushing toward the Great Lakes. And because of lake effect, we'll have some of the winters there as well. So northwestern Pennsylvania, upstate New York into New England. Again, that is the short term. Also mentioned, we can kind of look at the bigger picture of the overall trend in weather patterns and just kind of looking ahead to maybe that first full week of meteorological winter. We are favoring kind of warmer than average, but again, that cold air on the northern tier, and then we get that moisture to coincide. That's where the snow is going to be. But it is a somewhat stormy pattern, so we'll be watching very closely. For us, this week, it is rainfall, thoroughly rainfall, about a quarter of an inch to a half an inch with this next round coming our way by late tomorrow and into Wednesday. So clouds first. Again, today, nice and dry, bright skies. By tomorrow afternoon, some clouds. By tomorrow evening, some light rain showers, maybe a period of rainfall, steadier rain moving through by 10, 11 o'clock. And then Wednesday is really about occasional showers, still enough out there that may slow down travel a little bit, but then it will be all about the temperatures and the big drop. Looks good out there right now from EarthCam. Gorgeous view of Central Park. We've got LaGuardia right now sitting at 46 degrees, so travel weather here today in good shape. Mostly sunny skies and temperatures that'll be in the low 50s. Already looking ahead to Thanksgiving, past the rainfall, but boy, the temperatures go from about 60 on Wednesday to 45, but blustery conditions, something we'll watch closely. Those winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. So 52 today, sunset, by the way, at 4:32. We'll get down to about 41 degrees overnight tonight. Dry from start to finish today, dry to start tomorrow, and then the showers moving in and out. We're dry here through the weekend. Of course, we'll watch a couple of cross-country storm systems, one catching up with us by Monday with some rain, but temps back in the 50s. All right, 6:50, lots of delays, Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some time navigating around this morning. If you are heading out to your rails, your DMNR and Staten Island Railway, you can expect to see delays onto those roadways now. In New Jersey, we've got a full closure here, Route 27 both ways, Henderson Road out to Claremont Road. This is because of an accident through the area. You can hop onto 91, 26, both moving along just fine. Little further along here, still watching the BQE eastbound. This is because of a couple lanes closed off right now as we wait for everything to clear out from an earlier car fire right at the RFK Bridge. Expect to see delays, obviously, heading through the bridge itself, and that goes back to the Grand Central Parkway as well. And then on the inbound side of the George Washington Bridge, you can expect to see about 30-minute delays. Alternate side is in effect for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much.
Explain why. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for streaming with us. It's Monday, November 24th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is tracking roads and rails as we start this holiday week. And Storm 4's Maria LaRosa here. Today's forecast is looking beautiful right now.
Yeah, looking beautiful. Not quite the bone-chilling temperatures we had yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was cold, but temperature-wise, about 5 to 10 plus degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. And of course, all that sunshine. A few patchy clouds north and west. This is the system that'll bring us rain, though, by tomorrow afternoon. So we'll talk about that timing. Again, in the short term, you don't have to worry about the wet roadways, really not here or the region, at least today. Temperature-wise, 48 degrees by 11 a.m. We're headed up to about 52. And you see lots of sunshine. By this evening, a few more clouds, temperatures holding in the low to mid 40s, but dry skies through tomorrow morning into the overnight. All right, let's get an update on what has been a slow travel day so far. Lots of delays still?
Yes, still seeing a lot of issues out there. And of course, over the course of the next few days, you can definitely expect to see a lot of travel. If you are heading out the door right now, though, your DMNR and Staten Island Railway, you can expect to see delays heading onto the roads. Route 27 shut down both ways. Henderson Road out to Claremont Road. This is because of an accident. And also watch out for a crash on the BQE eastbound by exit 43 for 30th Avenue. You've got delays through there and also heavy delays on the Grand Central westbound heading into the RFK Bridge because of an earlier car fire. Alternate side parking rules and meter rules also in effect for today. Darlene, back to you.
All right, thank you. Right now,
Messi is one of the greatest players of all time.
There's
but
that.
I think we got some hope.
A little bit of a hurdle, Maria, just a little.
One man, one mortal. But it'll be fun to watch. We are loving the shade of blue in honor of our teams there. Look at gorgeous view from EarthCam. So today the sunshine, it is still tomorrow. We start to see the showers move in. Behind it, though, blustery and cold. Yes, those words are back for Thanksgiving. How long that sticks around in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also coming up.
Out to the rails right now, your AM and Staten Island Railway, you can expect to see delays. Also expect to see plenty of dayside track work, and New Jersey Transit. You've got service changes with your Northeast Corridor, North Jersey Coast, and Raritan Valley lines. Coming up, we're going to take a closer look onto the roads. Here's a peek out there now. Cross Bronx Expressway, westbound delays into 3rd Avenue. You're watching Today in New York.
Welcome back. It is Monday morning, 44 degrees out here in the city, even though we're looking at the beach right there.
Right.
Not necessarily a beach day, but this morning we're getting a look at what's in store for the tri-state for this winter.
Well, from those dig out days to the sunshine to everything in between, Storm Team 4 as you covered, here's meteorologist Marie LaRosa with what you can expect. It's a fascinating.
We have so many questions, yeah.
Because it's such a fascinating thing because our weather here is so unpredictable.
I know that I-95 corridor it gives us anxiety.
I'm sure it does.
Because it manages to set up either rain, snow, or that's where the ice is, and then farther north and west can be where the snow is. And again, like we mentioned, it could take one big storm to kind of wipe out. This was a bad winter, this was a good winter.
Exactly.
For sure, that's true.
So the long-term outlook, we can be accurate, precise. Now we're talking more short-term, and that we have actually a good handle on where the snow is going to set up in the next few days. Of course, not here, not today. We've got the sunshine, but just looking at the forecast for the next 10 days, it has been a great snow season already in parts of New England, including Vermont, seeing all these wild, crazy good videos of skiing. But the storm tracks will be favoring the northern tier and across the west. And that's where we see not just the storm track and the moisture, but also where the cold is, at least for now, the really cold. And we see that continue. We can take a look at the longer term weather pattern here. We're talking the next 2 weeks or so. And again, it's going to favor the cold intrusion, but the northern tier to Great Lakes is where it's going to be, at least again in the short term. For us, definitely the short term this week, it is rain. It's about 1/4 inch to maybe 1/2 inch here as we get from Tuesday into Wednesday. So clouds first. We're dealing with that sunshine today. Looks great for travel. Tomorrow, more clouds. By tomorrow afternoon, a few showers. Again, that's the evening commute. It's also a very busy travel time. Maybe you're getting the kids from school. We're looking at some showers, maybe more like the steadier rainfall from Newark to Poughkeepsie, Islip, and Belmar. Then we taper off to showers, but that's kind of that chance is spread out through the day on Wednesday, so not a completely dry day. But as far as impact on travel, not too bad. What then gets to be kind of interesting, the wind forecast, and I'll show you that in a second. Looking good and sunny at LaGuardia. That's the case all day today. 51 degrees by 2 o'clock, on our way up to 52. More clouds heading into this evening, but skies remain dry. And of course, after the rain moves out, it's gusty and it is chilly. 45 on Thanksgiving, but those west winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour gusting higher could have an influence on how the balloons are handled. So we'll watch that aspect to Thursday for sure. 52 today. Northwest winds will be light, 5 to 10. We'll get down to 41 degrees overnight tonight. Again, clouds build as we get to the afternoon, some showers. By Thursday into Friday, dry, blustery, but cold with highs only in the 40s. Feels like temperatures much chillier than that. All right, it's been a slow go so far this morning. Adele, what's the latest?
Yes, this is going to be a very busy travel week, of course, with Thanksgiving right around the corner. We've got gridlock alert days ahead of us, so definitely something you're going to have to plan ahead for. Now, if you are going to be heading around Manhattan today, we do have the Gotham FC Parade. West Broadway and Park Place is where it's going to start. It will end at a City Hall Park. You can also expect to see street closures along Barclay, Broadway, and Chambers Street. So if you are going to be heading out there, we'll be running from 9 a.m. until about 3:30 p.m. with the street closures. Your best bet would definitely be to stick to mass transit instead. And out the door right now, Cross Island Parkway northbound is blocked with a crash by the Throgs Neck Bridge. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adele.